Yesterday we have seen how to install the Tomcat package in both Windows and Linux. The same process. So what we done for Marvin, so same like, so we are installing the package for Tomcat also. Yesterday we discussed all the things. So prerequisite is Java. So how to install the package. So see, we are just downloading the binaries. Okay, we are just downloading the binaries only. And we are working with the binaries. So therefore, not a OS service. But we can make a Tomcat as a OS service. So that part also I will discuss in this session. So how to work with Tomcat. So that means in the bin folder we have the commands, that is the startup as well as shutdown command. So startup is nothing but to start the Tomcat. Shutdown is for to shutting down the Tomcat. That is stopping the Tomcat. So next, folders usage. So I already mentioned. So bin, nothing but it is having the commands starting and stopping. So configuration folder is there. So there we can see the main configuration folder. So for changing the port. Okay. So yesterday we have seen. Let us quickly launch the machine. So here you can check the billing. In the billing, how much you are usage. Okay, you can check here. Every monthly you are getting the price according to the usage. So here if you click on the view all, you can see the usage. So as I mentioned, so it is 30 GB, it is free. That is just for storing the data. So for that I have used 6 GB. So till now I have used 6 GB. Okay, just still I can use the 24 GB. And 750 hours per month is free. I already mentioned. Okay, so currently I'm using 59 hours. So remaining approximately 690 hours are there still. So 20,000 free requests. So keys. How many number of keys? So currently I'm requesting 6 keys. Okay, so 20,000 free keys is free. So likewise, you can see a number of usage. So here, so currently my bill is zero rupees only. So I'll get the bill. So after completion of this month, maybe in the December 1st, we'll check that one. So currently, there is the last month also $0. The current month also $0. So if you use within the limit, with the free
last
time,
month we already paid, sir.
Last month
we already paid, sir.
If you paid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You pay check sir. No need to pay. If you just call to the Amazon customer care, so I'm just using this account as a for learning purpose. So if you said like that, so they will give $2 credit to you.
ఏమో సార్ కట్టేసా
ఇక్కడ మీకు లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ లో మీకు చూపించాను కూడా మీకు స్టార్టింగ్ క్లాస్ కూడా చెప్పాను సో credit you have credit session is there, so here you can get the credits if you call to the customer care and you request them, so they will give you credits. No need to pay the amount. మీరు సింపుల్ గా ఈ అకౌంట్ లో మీకు అమౌంట్ పడింది అనుకోండి, సో ఈ అకౌంట్ క్లోజ్ వాడకుండా నెక్స్ట్ వేరే అకౌంట్ వాడేస్తారు. జస్ట్ క్రియేట్ వన్ మోర్ అకౌంట్. ఓకే, జస్ట్ క్రియేట్ వన్ మోర్ అకౌంట్ విత్ అదర్ గూగుల్ అకౌంట్. గూగుల్ అకౌంట్ తోటి మీరు కట్టేసేయండి. మీ క్రెడిట్ కార్డులో చార్జెస్ కనపడవు మీకు until unless you paid from here. మీరు ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఎందుకంటే రూల్స్ మారినాయి. మీకు రూల్స్ మొన్న అక్టోబర్ 1st నుంచి రూల్స్ మారినాయి. సో మొన్నటిదాకా ఏంటంటే అంత ముందు ఇదివరకు ఫస్ట్ లో పడేవి, ఎందుకంటే క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్ లో మనకు బిల్ కనిపించేది. బట్ కరెంట్లీ దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్
బిల్ అదే వచ్చింది సార్. యాక్చువల్ గా మెయిల్ వచ్చిన దాంట్లో అదే ఉంది అనమాట. అక్టోబర్ 1st నుంచి ఇప్పుడు చేయట్లేదు.
కానీ క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్ బిల్లో మీకు రాదు. మీకు క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్ లో మీకు రాదు, మీకు రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవ్వదు. మీరు ఇందులో నుంచి పే చేయడం తప్పితే సో మీ క్రెడిట్ కార్డులో ఎక్కడ మీకు బిల్ రాదు. మీకు కాకపోతే మెయిల్ వస్తుంది, మీరు ఇంత అమౌంట్ డ్యూ ఉంది మీరు పే చేయాలి అని చెప్పి మీకు రిమైండర్ మెయిల్ లాగా వస్తుంది. బట్ జస్ట్ ఇగ్నోర్ దట్ మెయిల్స్. ఆ మెయిల్ వదిలేసేసి ఇంకో మెయిల్ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోండి, దాంతో యూజ్ చేసుకోండి అంతే. బికాస్ వీఆర్ జస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్ దట్. ఓకే, అలా పే చేసి మనం ఎక్కువ బిల్స్ చేయకుండా బెటర్. ఒకవేళ సడన్గా పే చేయమని అనుకోండి, ఒకవేళ సడన్ క్రెడిట్ పడింది అనుకోండి, 100 150 అయితే పర్లేదు, 2000 3000 అంటే మళ్ళీ ఇబ్బంది పడిపోతుంది. ఓకే, సో
ఏమో సార్ తక్కువ ఉంటాయి కదా అన్నట్టుగా ఇంకా నేను డిఫాల్టింగ్ ఎందుకు అన్నట్టు కట్టేసాను.
లిమిట్ లో యూజ్ చేసుకోవడం బెటర్. ఏదైనా సరే ఫ్రీ ఇచ్చారు కాబట్టి ఆ ఫ్రీ వరకు యూజ్ చేసుకోవడం అంతే. ఓకే,
మంత్కి ఎలాగో మనకు EC2 కి 750 అవర్స్ ఉంటుంది సార్. ఓకే సార్, ఓకే సార్.
So currently I have two machines, RHL box and Ubuntu box. So the two machines already I have, yesterday we have seen to launch the Tomcat. Tomcat is not started in the machine, so you need to make the start of Tomcat, because once the machine is stopped, Tomcat also will be shut down. Okay, once the machine is stopped, Tomcat also will be stopped. Okay, so here currently Tomcat is under this /opt folder. So here it is the folder. So if you move into the Apache folder, here you can see number of folders which are relating to the Tomcat. So in that, so if you move into the bin folder, so the permission is not denied. So the permission is not denied. So you can move into the bin folder in two ways. Okay, you can move into the bin folder in two ways. So one is log in as a root user. Second one, give the full permissions. Give the full file permissions. Two options. So I'm giving the full file permissions now. So just here, what's the command for full permissions? So chmod -r, because it is a folder. So we need to give the recursively. So into all the folders, the effect should be there. So 777, I'm giving the full permissions to the Apache Tomcat. Now if you do LL, so it will be in the green color, complete green color. So previously it is not in the green color. So you can make the difference. So here also you can see, so full all the permissions for all the group, user, and this owner. So full permissions will be there. Now you can move into the bin folder now. Now currently we are in the bin folder. So just do the LL. Here you can see the file dot startup.sh, and just startup.sh. So Tomcat is started. So Apache Tomcat is started. Okay. So just a minute. My network is slow. I'll change my network. Give me a minute. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So now I'm logging into the Tomcat. So now I will see. I'll change the port here. So where I can change the port, say in the configuration folder, we have folder. You can see settings server.xml. Okay, server.xml is there. So there you can change the port. So let me change the port. So sudo bi server.xml. So in the server.xml, here you can see the port, character port. So this is the name, character port. Here you can change the name. So let us give any number. So 9999. So up to 65,535, you can give any number. It will work. So just save and quit. Now, whenever you done the change in the configuration file, you need to restart the service. Therefore, move into the bin folder. Current time in the bin folder. So now, if you do just the startup.sh, already Tomcat is starting, so you need to do the shutdown. So shutdown.sh. So Tomcat is stopped. So now start the Tomcat again. So Tomcat is started. Now let us check the Tomcat is running on the port. Now the Tomcat is not running on the port 8080. Okay. Now the Tomcat is not running on the port 8080 because you are changing the port from 8080 to 9999. But the Tomcat is still not running. Why? Because you need to give
security.
The security groups, you need to open the port. So these two things are compulsory. Whenever you done any changes in the configuration file, you must restart the service. First point. Second point, so if the port is changed, you must update the port in the security groups. 9999, there is a port I have given. So allow all the traffic. Save rules. So now if you run the Tomcat, so Tomcat is working. So in this way, we can change the port. So here, the config.server.xml is the main file to change the port. So now we will do the deployment and how to access the application. These two topics I'll tell you now. Okay. So how to change the port? This is the server.xml is a place to change the port. So now we need to deploy one application now. So if we go into this folder first, in the local, I'll explain. So in the local, in the C drive, I have already Apache Tomcat is there. So in the web apps folder, I already deployed. Okay. So product.var. So this application I have already deployed. So now just I want to move. So here one more application is Jenkins.var. Okay. So I already told you Jenkins is the main tool. That is also one of the tools that we are discussing after the Tomcat. So we can in one of the installation method. So Jenkins in one of the installation method. So we can install the Jenkins by using Tomcat. We can install the Jenkins by using Tomcat. So I'll show the process. So just do the git bash here. So since this is a Java, so Tomcat is also running on the Java. Okay, so if you run the Java file, so Java now Jenkins is going to be start. So this is local host that is in our Windows. I'm showing the file. So before that, you need to start the Tomcat in the local. Okay. So to start the Tomcat in the local, you need to move into the bin folder. You need to execute the command .sh. First explaining the deployment in Windows file. Already previously we deployed so one file. Okay, that is product2.var. Okay, we already deployed one file product2.var. Okay, in the web apps folder. whenever you are moving the var file into the web apps folder, deployment is done. Okay, what is the meaning of deployment? If you generate the .var file by using build tool Maven, and if you move the particular var file into the Apache Tomcat web apps folder, so deployment is done. Okay, so now, so this Jenkins.var also that is available in the internet. Okay, so this is available in the internet. So if you download the Jenkins.var file from internet, so that is freely available. Jenkins.var download. So if you simply click on this one, you can download this var file from the internet. So here now Tomcat is started in the local. So let me check. So local host, the port 8080. So let us check, or we'll check on which port Tomcat is running. So for that, we need to go to the configuration file, and server.xml is the file where we can change the port or we can view the port on which port Tomcat is running. So let us see first on which port the Tomcat is running in local Windows. So Tomcat is not running in the port 8080. Let me check here. So Tomcat running in the port 9000. The Windows Tomcat is running under the port 9000. So therefore here just do 9000. Tomcat. So see, Tomcat is running the local. Okay, in the port 9000. So here already I deployed two files. One is product2.var. So just as you run the file product2. So what is the output of this product2? Already we have deployed this file previously. I think this is welcome to DevOps classes, right? So this is already we have deployed a service previously. Now similarly, if you run the service, okay, so it is not still started, I think. So see, this is the initial password. So for Jenkins console, you need to get, okay, okay. Anyway, I'll show this part later because Jenkins is not the package, maybe somewhat correctly. So here you can download the Jenkins.file directly. Jenkins.var file you can directly download here. So download Jenkins. So we have a LTS version is there, and one more version is there. So LTS version, it is so long-term support. So the regular release. So generally we can prefer the regular releases we are generally using. So you can download any one of the package here. So based on the operating system, if you click on the Windows, that corresponding package will be going to be downloaded here. So thank you for downloading. So it will be downloaded package. The package is not so see. So Jenkins.msi is the package. That is also Windows installation package. You can install the Jenkins in the local. Nothing but next. So like it is nothing but a .exe file you can execute. So here now I will do one thing. So in my local I have already product2 var is there. So in my local already product2 var is there. So just I move this product2 var into this Linux machine. So we have the Win SCP tool is there, right? So previously we copied the key. So with the same tool, now we are going to copy the product to var. Okay. So for that, I need to connect with that Linux machine first. So this is a Linux machine. I'm going to connect to the Linux machine. The username ec2-user and the password is nothing but you need to give the key. So take the Linux key. So now on the left side I have Windows machine, on the right side I have Linux machine. Now just move into the download folder here. So where it is, the file exactly in the C drive, right? In the C drive. In the C drive. DevOps tools, Tomcat, in the web apps folder. I'm selecting this. So here I have Part2 is the file. So just I'm dragging the file into this Linux machine. Now the file is available here. Now if you do LL, you can see the file Part2.var. Now you have the var file is there. Just move this var file into the Apache Tomcat in the web apps folder. Then the deployment is done. So now further the command is sudo copy Part2.var. My screen is visible, right, to you? No, here some obstacle is there, but hopefully from your side it is not visible. Part2.var is there. So after that, so where I need to copy this one, in the OPT folder, I have the Apache Tomcat is there. Under this web apps folder is there. So I need to copy the Part2.var file into the Tomcat, and in the Tomcat folder, web apps folder is there. So now just dump this file. So now if you check, if you move into the folder and do LL, so you can see the Part2.var is there here. Okay, so now if you deployment is done, now if you run the service, so now Tomcat is already running here. So here Tomcat is running on which port? 999, right? 9999. So Tomcat is running here. Now already one product is deployed, so that is Part2. See here. Welcome to DevOps classes. So the var file, now it is deployed and it is running. Okay, so I already told you. So Tomcat is used. Okay, Tomcat is used for deployment of HTML files as well as web applications. That means it is able to deploy static applications as well as web applications. So static applications have the extension .html. So web applications are having the extension .var. That means it is downloading, it is deploying both HTML pages as well as var files. Okay, so now let us deploy one more file, static file here. So for that, I'm currently in the web apps folder only. Here only I'm creating one file. So let us take hi.html. So here I'm creating one HTML document. HTML equal to Next, here I'm giving the header. Now the file is deployed here. Currently, I'm create the file under webhooks folder only. Okay, now it is a static file. Hi.html is a static file. Now, if you run the static file here, hi.html, the file name hi.html only, right? So it is hi.html. Let's give a moment. And just
let's try changing the permissions, sir.
It's not related to the permissions.
Having only read write for group and only reading for user.
Let's just renaming this one. Sudo .html2. Try this. Let us restart the service, then it will work. Shut down. Smash. Tomcat is proper. Tomcat is started. This it. And RAM issues also will be there. So because of that also, the service Tomcat is not running because we are using very low rated machine. So because of that, so Tomcat it may be stopped sometimes. So this we will experience in future Jenkins applications also. In Jenkins service also, we can see the same issues. Okay. So to resolve this issue, we need to again stop the machine and we need to start the machine. It is taking some time. So anyway, so I'll continue from this local. The same process in the Windows machine also. So in the local, so Tomcat is running on the port 9000. So here after this, so deployment is done and we know the how to access the application also, we have seen that part. Okay, so deployment means whenever the WAR file or HTML page that we are moving to the web apps folder, deployment is done. Okay, so how to access means you know the procedure, HTTP nothing but so followed by the IP, okay, port and context path. This is the process of accessing the application. Okay, so next, in addition to these two, okay, I want to show something. So here, if you want to control, so the Tomcat is up, it is taking some time. So that's it. There is no problem here with the Tomcat. So now, however, we'll continue here from Windows. So it is very fast when compared to the Linux machine. So here, if you want to see the control over all the deployments, okay, if you want to control the application in the manager level, okay, in the manager level, if you want to control any application, so as a user, you are deploying the number of services. Okay, as a user, you are deploying the number of services. If you want to stop the, if you want to modify any service, or if you want to stop any service, what you are doing, so just you are again moving into the particular folder, web apps folder, and you need to delete some particular file. For example, I'm explaining. So I1, let us say abc.war file is there. Similarly, def.war file is there. Similarly, ghi.war file is there. So like that, you have n number of packages are there. So you are deployed these n number of packages. So if you want to stop any one of the package, so again you need to move into the particular folder. Okay, and you need to delete this corresponding file. Then only the particular service will be stopped. Okay, so instead of doing that, if you have a control, if you have a manager control, okay, then okay, you can manage these applications as you want. If I want to stop this service, so simply I can stop the service. If you want to start any one of the service, simply I can start the service. So it's nothing but on-off process. It is nothing but on-off process. So such kind of manager level process access, manager level access can be obtained in the manager app section. Okay, in the manager app section. So the manager app section. So here you can see the manager level, you can control the application. So if you click on here, so it is asking for passwords first. So before that, just do the cancel here. So here, see, if you read this content, you can understand clearly. So you are not authorized to view this page. So if you have not changed any configuration files, please examine the Tomcat users.xml. Okay, so this is the file. Okay, so under configuration file, so tomcat-users.xml file is there. So under this tomcat-user XML file, you can give the manager roles. You can give the manager roles. So that file must contain the credentials to let you see the web apps. That means if you want to see the deployments, all the deployments, the manager level, you need the manager credentials. So the manager credentials should be given like this. For example, so to add the manager GUI role, that means if you want to control the applications in the manager level, so you need to give the manager GUI role. So to the user. So the username, it may be Tomcat, and the password may be S3CRET. You can give any name. No need of this, an example only. That's why he mentioned, for example. Okay. So add the following config file listed above. So in this way, so he also given the syntax here. He also given the syntax here. So role name. So manager-GUI. So then this user, whatever the user you are creating, so username. So you are giving the username as Tomcat, and you are giving the password as this one. So whenever you are giving the username and password, and you are giving the manager GUI role to this particular user Tomcat, so then what happened? Now you can get the manager access. Okay. So where we need to give this particular file, where we need to this particular script. So this script should be given in the conf folder Tomcat users XML file. So if you move into the particular folder, so where that it is in the conf folder, right? So Apache Tomcat folder. In this, you have the conf folder is there. Here you can see Tomcat users XML is there. So just edit this file. So if you edit this file, so at the bottom, at the last, you can see. Okay, at the last, you can see. So this is an example only. So this is example. So role name Tomcat. So like this, you can give n number of roles. Like this, you can give n number of roles. Okay, so here I'm giving the username. So Tomcat I have given. So password I have given as Tomcat. So roles. So I said right. So the username may be anything, password may be anything. So here I given the username and password both as Tomcat only. So coming to the roles. So instead of giving the roles like this, okay, you can also give the roles in a single line. So roles, I'm giving the manager GUI access, so manager status access, and manager script access, and admin GUI access. So all the 4 access are given. So in the manager level, okay, so see here the description will be there. So what is the manager GUI role will do? So what this role will give? So it allow the access to the HTML GUI and the status pages. That means you can get the graphical user interface access. That means you can see in the GUI and you can control the number of applications. Okay. So next, manager script. So what is this role will give the permission? So this will allow access to text interface and status pages. That means you can edit the scripts. Okay. In the manager level, you can give the scripting access. So next, manager JMX. So it allows to access the JMX proxy and the status pages. So manager status. So allow access to status pages only. So if you give all the 4 permissions, okay, if you give all the 4 roles, then you will get the full control. Okay, you will get the full control over the manager access. Okay, currently I'm giving, okay, no problem. You can give a single one also, you will get the only GUI access. Okay, so now I have given in the server.xml file, I have given manager GUI, manager status, manager script. I have given only these 3 permissions. Okay, admin GUI, I'll tell you this later. Okay, so currently I'm giving these 3 permissions. Okay, so now I'm just doing the refresh. So it is asking for the password. Okay, so I'm just giving the password here, Tomcat, and the password also Tomcat only. So now see, you will able to see this page. You are able to view this type of web page. So Tomcat Web Application Manager. So now here you can see the number of applications here. You can see the number of applications here. So here Jenkins is one application. So product 2 is one application. So here by simply here you can see the options start. So start means this particular option Jenkins service will be started. Okay, stop. So it will be stopped. So reload. So it will be reloaded. Undeploy. Undeploy means that service will be deleted. That Jenkins file that will be deleted. So likewise, product 2. Okay. So currently I'm accessing the product 2 right in the local host. So the local host 9000 under this product 2. So I'm able to access the welcome to DevOps this product 2 application from the local host. So now if so since it is already running, that's why start is not enabled here. So if I click stop here, okay, so what happened if I run this? So this is not shown there. It is not working because I have stopped the service from this application GUI. Okay, so now if you again start the application, the application will be started. So no need to move into the particular folder. Okay, no need to move into the particular folder. So just by clicking here, just start and stop options, then you can control n number of applications here in the manager page itself. Okay, understood. So this is the manager level control. Okay, so where you are getting this manager level control access. So whenever you run the Tomcat, the default page. In the default page here, you can get the manager app. So whenever you click on the manager app, so it is asking for the passwords. So whenever you get the username and password, so here you able to see the corresponding GUI here. So where you are giving the username and password, in the conf folder, you have the file tomcat-users.xml is there. So there you can see the this file. There you can edit this file to give the username and password at the end of the section. Okay, so before this, you need to give this line. Okay, no need to search for these. So these are already available when you open the Tomcat first by default. Okay, so in the Linux machine also, I'll show the same thing. So now one more thing. Next, host manager. Okay, this is nothing but a simple. So it is also asking for the password and username. Just give the cancel here. So it will give the description. Whenever it is asking the username and password, just cancel that. It will give the description. So see here it is. What it is saying, you are not authorized to view this page if you have not changed the configuration file. So please examine the conf tomcat user XML, same file. In the same file, you need to add some more roles to the same user, or you can create a new user. Okay, so if you want to give a new user for host manager, you can give a separate user. Or if you want to continue with the same user, okay, you can give the roles to the same user, existing user. So what are the roles here? We have two roles, admin GUI, admin script. Okay, so two roles for host manager is there. Okay, so you can give admin GUI and admin script to the same user. So this is the process. Okay, so that's why here I already given admin GUI is already given here for the same user Tomcat. Therefore, if I click on this, so it is asking for the password, username and password. So I'm giving the Tomcat and Tomcat. So it is showing the host manager GUI. So it is what it is showing. It is just showing the some information, nothing, host information. Host manager, it is showing the host information. That's it. So here you are not able to control any applications. The applications can be controlled only in the manager app only. In the host manager, okay, here you can see the host information only. So here you can see the list of local hosts currently. Okay, here it is a local host. Next, here you can see the server status. So all these are help pages only. So if you click on this one, you can move into the default Tomcat website. If you click on these two, just you will move into the help pages. So you can move into the default Tomcat website for information. So here, if you click on the server status, it is showing the server status, how much memory is there, okay, how much memory it is used, how much memory remains. So it is showing the memory, okay. So complete server status, it is showing like that. So that's it. So nothing more than that. Here you can see here. Host manager is nothing but it is just showing the information of the host. So where the manager app is the, so here you can see the control, full control over the applications. Okay, so now, so the same process we can follow in the Linux machine also. Okay, now that part we will see. I'm just closing here. So currently in the Linux machine with 9,999. So this is this Linux machine Tomcat here. So now here I'm clicking on the manager app. So currently there is no access here because I not given the user roles here. The same process we need to follow here. So just go into the machine. Just move into the machine. EC2-user. Here the screen. Just move into the OPT folder. Here you can see Apache. In this folder, you can see the conf folder. So move into the conf folder. Here if you do LL, you can see the Tomcat users.xml. So the same, there is no difference between Windows and Linux machine in the binary folder, binary files. Just you need to edit this file. So the command is sudo vi tomcat.xml. So just move to the end of the file. So here you need to give the information. You need to give the user roles. So what are the roles you need to give? You need to add the you need to give the username, password, and roles. So with this, so same thing, just to copy this line. Just copy this line, paste here. So if you want to change the password, you can change the password here. The password as Tomcat. So roles, if you want to add some more roles, you can give here. So what are the remaining roles? So manager script, manager JMX, manager status. You can give the roles also. Manager script, GUI, manager management. So JMX, so manager status. Just I'm saving this and quitting this. So since I have edited the configuration file, so I need to restart the service. Okay. So just move back to the folder. Okay. So the bin folder. So now I'm just shutting down that service. Tomcat is stopped and I'm starting the service. Okay. But if you run the service, okay, just refresh this one. Click on the manager app. So still it is not asking the username and password. Why still it is not asking the username and password means, so in the local machine, okay, in the local machine, you are running the Tomcat as a local host. Okay, you are running the machine as a local host. So I'll show the folder now. So in this web apps folder, you can see the list of folders here. Here you can see the folder as manager and host manager. So two folders are there. So these two folders are nothing but that corresponding manager configuration file and host manager configuration file. So if you move into the manager configuration file, here you can see one file called one folder metainf. So if you move into the folder, here you can see context.xml is there. Context.xml. So if we edit this file, you can see the information. So what it is showing? So by default, Tomcat is running on the local host. So this is the meaning of local host. So what is the local host IP? Do you know the local host IP? It is 127.0.0.1. Okay, local host IP is 127.0.0.1 for any machine. Any machine, the local host IP is 127.0.0.1. Okay, if you want to check the local machine, so here just vi, so /etc. So here sudo is not working in Windows. So just cat etc host. So under this host, you can see the local host is by default IP, it is 127.0.0.1. Okay, so the Tomcat is the package that you are downloaded in Windows as well as in Linux machine. So wherever you downloaded the package, so by default it comes with the local host only. So if it is a Windows machine, you can run the Tomcat as localhost. Okay, yes, I mentioned, right? So here you can check the Tomcat as, okay, here you can check the Tomcat as localhost. So 9000. So Tomcat is running. So there is no IP here. In Windows machine, there is no IP to check the Tomcat. Okay, so here the IP is nothing but localhost only. But whereas in case of Linux machine, you have IP is there. So we have IP is there. This is the IP of the Linux machine, and this is the port of the IP machine. Sorry, this Linux machine. Okay, so whenever you download the Tomcat in the Linux machine, by default, the Tomcat is preferring the local host only. That's why you need to disable that one. Okay, you need to disable the local host. That's why then only it is recognizing this IP. Then only the Tomcat is recognizing this IP. Okay, so where you can recognize that, where you can disable that one. So here itself, here in this context.xml. So by default, it is showing it is the local host 127.0.0.1. This is a local host. So you need to disable this line. Okay, whenever you need to disable this line, then only you are able to access the Tomcat as a manager level. Okay, you can disable the Tomcat as a manager level. Why it is manager level? So because this context.xml is available in the manager folder. So see here, your Apache Tomcat. In this folder, you can see the web apps folder. In the web apps folder, you can see the manager folder. In the manager folder, you can have the meta info folder. So this meta info folder will have the context.xml is there. There you can find the local host information. By default, Tomcat comes with this package only, this information only. But when you are using the Linux machine, you need to disable this one. Okay, when you are using the Linux machine, you need to disable the local host. Okay, so then only it is working with the IP. So if you go to the Linux machine, same into the folder. Apache. Next, web apps folder. In the web apps folder, we have the manager. In the manager level, you can see the meta. So you need to give the capital M. If you give the small m, it is throwing the error. There is no folder with small m. So you need to give the capital M. So whenever you give the capital M and tab, so then you will move into the folder. So currently you are in this meta info folder. Now if you do LL, you can see the context.xml file is there. So if you edit this file, .xml file, so there you can see here the same whatever you have seen in the Windows machine, the same configuration you are seeing in the Linux machine also. Now you need to disable this one because you are using a Linux machine. That Linux machine has an IP. Okay, so therefore you must disable this one. So how to disable this line? So see here an example also given here. So this is a text. Okay, so this text should be disabled. It should not be read. Okay, so it should be commented. So how to comment this line? So by using this less than exclamatory 2 hyphens at the starting and at the ending. So double hyphen greater than. So this is the syntax you need to disable the or comment the line. So here also I'm just commenting this entire line because this line is referring to the local host. I want to disable the local host. So for that, I'm disabling this. Okay, here I'm disabling this. Right. Next web apps, next manager, next folder. So now I'm editing this file. Text.xml. So here I'm editing this file. But it's same like give a same. So less than exclamatory, so double hyphen at the starting, and at the end you need to give two double hyphens and greater than. So now this line is commented now. This line is commented. Now just save and quit. Now just restart the service once again. So cd/opt Apache bin folder. So just to shut down the service. Start up the service. Now let us check. First check for the Tomcat default page. It's taking some time. Due to memory, it is taking more time to load because we are using only less 1 GB of RAM, right? The machine having only 1 GB of RAM. That's why it is taking more time to load the application. So that's why in the real time, so this is only for practice purpose we are using this one, but in the real time, so this type of machines are not used. Just wait until the loading of this. Tomcat is, if it is taking very long time, then it is better to stop the service and restart the service. That's the best advice. So if you understand this one, almost a Tomcat is over. Now Tomcat is, now it is run. Is running. You click on the manager app. Now it is asking the username and password. Have you observed difference? So previously, when you click on the manager app, it is not, it is throwing the error. Okay, why? Because by default, it is taking the local host. So now, if you give the username and password here, so Tomcat and Tomcat. So see, here it is showing the manager page in the Linux machine. In the Linux machine, now it is showing the manager page. So here you can control the applications. So for example, here I'm running the service, right? So this is the IP followed by Part2. That is a service I have deployed. So this is the service I have deployed. So now here, from here itself, I can control a number of applications. If I stop here, so what happened? The service is stopped. It is not working. So if I start the service, now here the services start running up and running. Understood? So instead of moving into the folder and deleting the file, okay, so it's the best way. So the manager who has the access over the applications that are deployed. Clear? Understood, right? Any doubts here in this? If you're not understanding, once again I'll explain. So similarly, host manager also, it is throwing the error. Okay, for this also you need to add the role first. If you want to use the same user, then you can give the admin GUI and admin script. You can add these two roles to the same user, okay, in the same path. Okay, in the conf folder, Tomcat -users is there. So in the same path, you can give the giving conf folder. I mean, currently in the conf folder. So here Tomcat users is there. So sudo vi. So Tomcat users.xml. Here I'm going to the bottom. here for the same user, I'm adding the role comma admin -GUI, and next what is other role? Admin.script, admin-script roles. Now, save and quit. Now, one more thing you need to do. So you need to restart the service. Just move it to the bin folder. Just shut down. Next, startup. Tomcat started. Now, if you run the host manager application, still it is not started. Still it is throwing the error. Why? Because so similarly in Windows section, just go to the Windows in the web apps folder. So similar to the manager folder, we have host manager folder is also there. Okay, here in the host manager, again you have the meta info folder is there. So in the meta info folder, again you can see the context.xml is there. So here you need to again change the this one, that is local host, you need to disable. Okay, then only it is asking for the username and password. So for that, I'm again moving into the web apps folder, and here I can see the host manager, and here I can see the meta info folder. So currently I'm in the meta info folder. There is URL. Here you can see the context.xml. So VI context.xml is there. Here also we have local host is there. So local host will work only in the Windows machine. If it is a Linux machine or Ubuntu machine, local host should be disabled. Therefore, what you need to do, just edit this file, just comment this line, to save and quit. Now, just try to hit this again. Now it is asking the username and password. Now give the credentials Tomcat. Now you are able to see the host manager GUI. Okay, so here you can see the what is the Tomcat version. So what is the JVM version? So what is the JVM vendor? So which is this is made up of. So what is the OS type and what is the OS version? Okay, OS architecture. So you can see the complete server information. And here you can see the server statistics. How much memory is there, how much memory it is available. So everything you can see here. Understood? Okay. So now you know that how to enable the how to do the deployment and how to access the file. You know that, right? The Tomcat symbol. So here in this file. So now up to this part you understand clearly how to access application is everything is clear. Now here I explained today two important topics. One is manager app. So how you control the manager level? How you control the applications in the manager level? So for that, what you need to do? First, you need to add the roles. Okay. First, you need to add the roles. So these are the roles. These are the roles you need to add. Where you are adding these roles? In the conf folder. Okay. In the conf folder, you have a file called tomcat-users.xml. So this is the file is. So to this file, you are adding the roles. Okay. After adding the roles, you need to do some steps. This is the first step. The second step, you need to move into the web apps folder. Then in the manager folder, there you can see the meta info, meta inf folder. There you can see the context.xml is there. Okay, this is for only Linux machines, not for Windows. So if you disable the Windows, the Tomcat is not working for manager level. So what you need to do here, you need to edit this file. Okay, so what you edit this file, you need to disable the local host. Where this is fine, so in the 127 dot like that you can see 127.0.0.1 you need to disable this local host. On third one, very important, you need to restart the service. So Tomcat is working. So it is asking for, we click on the manager app. So it is asking for enable password. Okay, so from this control plane, you can control the number of applications. So similarly, you can do for host manager. For host manager, what is the step? The first step is same. Here you need to add the admin GUI role and admin GUI admin script. You need to add these two roles to the Tomcat users.xml file. The first step. What is the second step? So next, move into the folder. It is web apps. Manager. Sorry, what is host manager? Next, same meta inf. Here you can see the context.xml. So here you should disable the local host. Now it is asking for username and password, so give the credentials. Username and password you can give, and host manager app is working. Okay, so this gives the information of the server. Understood, right? So difference between manager app and host manager app. Okay, so one more point I'll show here. So whenever you just move in the local host, you can clearly understand the local host, the manager app. I'm currently the manager app. Here, with the help of manager app, you not only control the apps, okay, that is applications, you can also deploy the applications. Okay, you can also deploy the applications. For example, I have here undeployed this product 2. I have undeployed this product 2. I'm just removing this one. Now, whenever you do the undeploy, so here that package is not available here. That package is not available here. So whenever you do, so local host product 2, you see it is not working because the package is not available. The package is not available. So you need to re-upload the package. You need to re-upload the package. So here we have two methods. We have two ways to deploy the package. So actually, so how you are doing the deployment? Whenever the var file is generated, you are copying the var file into the web apps folder. Okay, in the web apps folder, now you are just copying the file. The deployment is done. So instead of that, so you can also do the deployment in the manager level. So if you have the product 2 file is there, okay, just choose this file. Choose this file. So I have the product 2 file on the desktop. The product 2 file is there here. In the target folder, I have the product 2 var is there. So just upload this file. So click uploading is completed, then to the deploy. So whenever you are deployed, you see the product to here it is visible now. Now it is also started. The service is started here. Now if you do the refresh, see the service is up and running. So with the help of manager, you can deploy the service, new applications. You can control the applications. Okay, you can deploy the applications. You can control the applications. That is the use of the manager level. Okay, so remaining is not required. So mostly this is the main point. You need to control the applications. You can start the service, you can stop the service, you can do the service, you can undeploy service. So here we have a different, you can give the, if you have the complete information, you can give the complete information. Or simply choose file, you can give the deployment path. Click on the deploy, so service will be deployed. So similarly, if I apply this Jenkins var, choose file. Some issue with the package itself. That's why it is not working Jenkins. So already it is there here. The package is already there here. I think start. Okay. We'll discuss this Jenkins part later. But anyway, so this is the process of deployment. Understood, right? So if we have any var files, okay, or any static application, just move that applications into this particular web apps folder, the deployment is done. Clear? So Tomcat is over. Any doubts in the Tomcat? So today we are discussing only these two topics. One is manager host as well as host manager. So any doubts on this session? And also we have done the deployment and how to access application. These two parts also I have shown. Any doubts here? Let us see this, why this is not working. The same process you can done in the Ubuntu machine also. There is no difference. Okay, there is no difference because Tomcat is the package that is common for Linux as well as this Ubuntu. Therefore, there is no difference. All the folder structure, everything is same. The deployment and everything is same. There is no difference. The practice in the Ubuntu machine. We'll do one thing, we'll deploy one service. So here I have the course var file is there. Okay, so I can deploy this one also. So here in the local host, let us see here, the local host in the manager level, just upload that course dot file, new folder, course, target, course.var is there. Just open this and deploy. Given all the access, right? We're not always doing with Squish. This folder. Whether I'm able to give all the permissions or not. That users. Manager status, manager skill. So give all the permissions, right? What is the other one? Manager status given, manager GMS. And one more here for host manager also. Save this one, close this one, close, close. And directly copy this file. But in the real time, so this hectic manual task we are not supposed to do, because DevOps is nothing but automate process. We are not supposed to like this. And successfully I'm showing. So see, this course is working here. So let us refresh this one. So course app is there. Just deploying this one. Let us this. Let's see. So course is uploaded, is running now. Course app is running. So in this way we can work with the var files. So here I will do one thing. Main purpose I have moving to this file is you can directly copy that course file, okay, by using WinSCP, but that is not my objective. So here I'm just copying this file. Here I'm creating one file, course, copying the content, using the content. Now I'm just moving the content into that folder. OPT, to Tomcat, the depth folder. So deployment is done. Now let us check whether the application is running. In case of product and course, let us check. It is not the WAR package, that's why it is throwing the error, I think. Because of that only it is not taking that file. Because the product2.var, it is a complete package. So, but this is not a package, it is a simple code. Here you can copy that codes file here by using this WinSCP, and you can copy that one. So here codes.var is there. So codes.var is copied here. Now I'll just codes.var. I'm just moving this codes.var into that folder. Codes /Apache and now let us check for the codes. This time it should work. Copy it. Codes.var. Codes.var. The codes.var is moved. So course is there, so it is stopped here. So now we have started the service. Working started. It is somewhere copy. Now the course is working in the line expression. Simple. If you have any var file is there, so that var file you need to move under the web apps folder for deployment. But in the real time, so this manual task should not be there. So in the Jenkins feature, next topic is Jenkins is there. In the Jenkins topic, so we will discuss. Okay, we will discuss how to automate. So that means whenever the WAR file is generated by using Maven, so from that folder, it will be automatically placed into this folder. Okay, automatic deployment. That means we are writing, okay, we are giving some conditions there in the Jenkins. Jenkins, then you can understand clearly how we are building the package and how we are moving the package into the this Tomcat folder, web apps folder. Yes, we are writing some script there, so to move that package into this particular folder. That's it. So once we write the script once, so whenever the developer changes the code, automatically the build happens and immediately the package will be generated and the package is moved into automatically in this folder. So therefore, you simply in the browser just do the refresh. That's it. Okay, the deployment is done. So likewise, you can do the deployment in the real time. Okay, so you need to know about these things, how we are doing the deployments, what is the folder structure for doing the deployment. This is very important. Understood, right? So the same, you can repeat the same steps for Ubuntu box also. Repeat the same steps for Ubuntu box. Okay, so whatever the steps are executed for Maven, okay. So here, what are you doing? You are done the Maven commands in the local Windows machine. In the Windows machine, you are executed the commands. The same commands you can execute in the Linux machine also. You can generate the var file. Okay, if you run the Apache Tomcat in the same machine, just whatever the var file that is generated, you can copy the var file into this Apache Tomcat web apps folder. The deployment is done. Now you can access the application. Okay, so likewise, you can practice in the Ubuntu box as well as RHCL box. Okay, if that is over, one small concept is there. So I'll close by explaining that concept. If you have any doubts here, you can ask me. If you have any doubts in this Tomcat session, you can ask me. Okay. If you have no doubts, I'll continue with the small topic, last topic of Tomcat. Actually, this is not a part, but I need to explain this one. So we know that Tomcat is not a OS service, not a OS service, but we can make Tomcat as OS service. Why? What is the necessity of making the Tomcat as OS service? Okay, can we work with the binaries? Can we work with the binaries? Yes, we can work with the binaries. But what is the drawback? What is the drawback of binaries? The problem here it is, okay, when any service is not a OS service, okay, so again, each and every time, whenever you log into the system, that means whenever you stop the system and start the system, so Tomcat is stopped automatically. Okay, again, you need to move into the particular bin folder and you need to execute the command startup.sh. Then only Tomcat is started. So instead of that, if you make the Tomcat as OS service, then whenever you do the sudo systemctl command, then you can work with the Tomcat as OS service. Okay, you can make the Tomcat as OS service. Okay, for that we need to write one script. So in interviews also, they may be asked this question. So when can you make the Tomcat as OS service? So you need to say yes, you can make the Tomcat as OS service, but we need to run the script. Okay, we need to run the script. So that file also I'll explain in these sessions. So this is a script for Tomcat to make the service, OS service. And you need to follow some steps here. So for that, first you need to add the Java home to the path. You need to add the Java home, okay, to the system path. So this process, you know that already we did for Maven. In case of Maven, we did. Okay, so you need to add these two lines in the, so this dot bash profile path. So here I'm doing here. So here if you see here ls-la, you can see dot bash profile is there. So before that, okay, sudo vi dot bash profile. You need to add the two lines. And already you know the already previously we did this one. So if the Java is not there, you need to install the Java and you need to add this path. Okay. Just one quick. So before that, you need to find whether Java is there in the system or not by using this command. So sudo find -name Java. The Java is there, so you need to add this particular path into the dot bash profile. Otherwise, you need to install the Java. Then only this path is available. Okay. So after adding the Java, it's a prerequisite. So now just follow this step. So first you need to add, you need to create a file in the /etc systemd system. So Tomcat service. So this is the main important file. So /etc systemd under system. So this folder will contain the services which are running under OS. Okay, /etc systemd under system. So under this folder, all the OS packages are running. That means the packages under this folder you can manage with the systemctl command, sudo systemctl. With that command, you can start the service, stop the service, or restart the service. Okay. So Tomcat is not a OS service. So if you want to check here, sudo service Tomcat status. You see here it is throwing the error because Tomcat is not a OS service. It is also looking for the file. So tomcat.service file. It is looking for the file tomcat.service, but the service file is not there. Okay, you need to create the service file. So it is already showing that. So unit Tomcat service could not be found. So therefore, you need to add this tomcat.service file in the particular path, in this particular path. So for this, you need to create this file. For creating this file, you need to add the script. So what is this script? The script is very simple script. It is not a difficult one. So here, first you are giving the description. It's Apache Tomcat name. So after that, so network target. So here, environment. So this is nothing but you are giving the Catalina _ home, some variable you are defining. So under /opt Apache Tomcat, so 10.0.12. This is the folder. This is the location of the folder of Apache Tomcat. There, exec start. So this is the command execute start command. So to start the command, we are using the startup.sh and execute stop. For this, we're giving the command as shutdown.sh. So these two commands are available in the bin folders. Okay. So here restart is always, so this wanted the multi-user target. It's a default script. So just save and quit. After save and quit, so now you are created the tomcat.service file. So next step. So to know about the given file as a service, execute the below command. Now you are created this service, but the system doesn't understand what is this file. So to understand this file as a service file, you need to execute this daemon reload command. You need to execute. So daemon reload command. So then now the system understand that. So Tomcat service is a system file. So now again, you need to make, now you can work with the systemctl command. So to start the Tomcat service at the boot up time, the starting time, so you need to execute this command. So sudo systemctl enable Tomcat. So you are getting this message. So it's created symlink. So that means this path now it is given to this. So Tomcat service is assigned to this system file. Now we can work with the Tomcat. So sudo service Tomcat status. See, it is showing some message. Previously it is throwing the error. So Tomcat service is not there. Now it is showing. So Tomcat is inactive. It is dead. Now you can start the Tomcat. So Tomcat is started. Now it is systemctl command is working now. Systemctl command or service command that is also working. Now we can work with the Tomcat. So let us take the RHEL box. So the Tomcat is working. Now if you stop the Tomcat with the sudo service Tomcat stop. So service is stopped. So now you are not going into the folder every time doing the shutdown.sh or startup.sh. So now Tomcat is now as a OS service. Now if you start the service, so Tomcat is started. It's taking some time, but it is pick up. Here we just check the status. So Tomcat is running. So in this way, we can make the Tomcat as OS service. So I'll give this script to you also. Just practice this script. So this is the end of the Tomcat. Understood? So the tomorrow class, okay, I'll explain about the load balancer and auto scaling, the new topics. So those are related to AWS part, balancer and auto scaling. What is load balancer and what is auto scaling means? So till now we already explained about HTTPD, Nginx, Tomcat. All these are worked as a load balancers. All these are worked as a load balancers. What's the meaning of load balancer? If multiple services are there, so we need to run all the services at a time, because some users are accessing let us abc dot this one. Let us already given some examples, right? abc dot var. Some people are accessing def dot var. So all those applications are deployed on a single machine. All those services are deployed in a single machine. So some people are accessing few applications, some people are accessing few applications. So if they are accessing the applications, the user should not feel any down. The service should not be down while they are accessing. So therefore, the load balancers. Okay. So what they are doing? So the load balancers. So we are giving a couple of IPs. So tomorrow I'll explain this topic clearly. What is the load balancers and what is auto scaling. Okay. So Tomcat is over now. So if you have any doubts the Tomcat, you can ask me in today's class or today we'll do the session.